Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When a hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited most or all of the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a couple of postponements tonight. Hearing number 3, appeal number 24-543, Maureen Byrne. And hearing number 12, appeal number 24-488, Hyro Wang. Is anybody in the audience here for either one of those hearings? Let the record reflect that no one appeared, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing number 1, appeal number 25-24, O'Connor Family Trust.
I do. Good evening. My name is Cole Gartmayer from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762, an agent representing the O'Connor Family Trust, owners of 172 Richard Place, Farmingdale, New York. Massapequa Park, New York, Section 53, Block 179, Lot 86. This property is in an R17 zone. An application was filed to maintain a rear deck. The deck does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 25 feet. The existing setback is 23.1 feet. The existing rear deck with steps to grade exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%. The existing building coverage is 25.58%. The existing rear wood deck with steps to grade exceeds the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,051.4 square feet. The existing gross floor area is 3,355.23 square feet. The owners purchased the property in 1972, and the deck was added in the early 80s. My clients have recently passed away, and the house will be sold once these items are cleared up. We feel these reliefs are today are not out of character for the neighborhood, and the people with the trust have spoken to the abutting neighbors and have some consent letters as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission has been notified.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Sorry, next up we have hearing number 2. Case number 24-526, Nicole Entrada.
Hi, raise your right hand, please. You promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer.
Nicole Intravia, 7 Kensington Avenue, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Hello.
Hi.
Tell us why you're here.
So we would like to convert our garage to a living space, and we were told by the town that we need a variance due to the amount of space on one side of the house.
So where you need 20, you're giving us 17.7.
Correct.
Okay, and your neighbor on that side is okay with it?
Correct.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 3 was postponed. Hearing number 4, case number 24-529, Justin and Allison Barilla.
Hello, thank you. Raise your right hand, please. You promise to tell the truth with these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer.
Madam Chairperson, members of the board, good evening. Bernard Rogers, architect, 2150 Wantagh Park Drive, Wantagh, New York, 11793. Before you this evening, representing my clients, Justin and Allison Barilla, the owners of 223 North Walnut Street, Massapequa, New York, 11758, zoned R1-7 by the town of Oyster Bay. My clients are proposing a one-story rear addition to their existing one-story ranch house. The Barillas are a young family. They have 3 children, and they are in need of an additional bedroom, and also are looking to enlarge their kitchen and dining spaces. Our proposal provides a lot coverage of 26.6%, where 25% is the maximum allowed by code, an overage of only 1.6%, or 114 square feet. We are also seeking relief of minimum required side yard setback. The west side of our proposed addition lines up with the existing house's non-conforming 7.9-foot setback, where 8 feet is required. We believe the board's granting of both these rather de minimis requests would have no adverse effect on neighboring properties or the neighborhood in general. My clients have spoken to their 2 next-door neighbors at 211 and 219 North Walnut Street. They've shown them our plans and explained why we have to come before the board this evening to seek relief. They've both said that they understand what we are proposing and have no issues whatsoever. They both signed consent letters that I'd like to submit to the board at this time.
Thank you.
So in conclusion, I'd like to thank you very much for your time and consideration with hearing our request.
Okay, I've been to the property today, and there are 3 other homes on the block that have second stories, and it conforms with the neighborhood.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Next is hearing number 5, case number 24-538, Ray Natale.
Oh, this is the one.
Consent letters, the last card that we received, and then 3 sets of pictures for the board.
Oh, okay, great. Raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth with these proceedings?
I will.
Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer.
Dina Byrne, 5 Renville Court, Nomac, New York, 11765. Good evening, Madam Chairperson and members of the board. I'm here representing the property owner, Raymond Natale, of 30 Daniel Road South in North Massapequa, New York, also identified as Section 52, Block 392, Lot 25, located in an R17 Residence District. Mr. Natale purchased this property in 2004 to accommodate his growing family, having just welcomed their 3rd child. The property measures 60 by 110, or 6,600 square feet, which is below the 7,000 feet required by zoning designation, making the compliance with certain zoning requirements a challenge. Mr. Natale is seeking relief from the board to maintain several existing structures, including a front porch, a rear covered patio, a shed, and pool equipment. The existing 9.86-foot by 8.13 vinyl prefab shed that stands no more than 7 foot tall. It was installed in 2005 and does not meet the required 3-foot side yard setback. We're requesting to maintain a 1.35-foot side yard setback. The rear covered patio, built in 2010, does not meet the required 20-foot aggregate side yard setback. We're requesting to maintain 19.49-foot aggregate side yard setback. The rear covered patio and the front porch that was built in 2012 exceed the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%. We're requesting to maintain 29.17 building coverage. And additionally, the rear covered patio and the front porch exceed the total gross floor area permitted of 3,080 square feet by only 15 square feet more, bringing the total of 3,095 square feet. The pool equipment was installed in 2004, does not meet the required 5-foot rear yard setback. We're requesting to maintain 3.75 feet rear yard setback. All the neighbors have been notified in accordance to the Board of Appeals application process. We're submitting 2 letters of support from neighbors who are in favor of granting these variances. Additionally, we are submitting current photos of the existing structures for the board's review and consideration. We acknowledge that a notice of violation was issued in June 26, 2023 for a fence, pool, and a deck platform that encroached into the rear yard setback and were built without permits. And in response, an application was promptly submitted to the building department in September of 2023 to address these structures. The deck attached to the pool has since been removed due to the proximity to the rear property line. The pool equipment, pool itself, fence, front porch, rear covered patio, and shed are all included in the current building application P 2309-0331, pending the board's approval of the requested variances. It is important to note that some of these structures have existed for over 19 years without issue until a recent complaint which led to a violation notice. In conclusion, we respectfully request the board's consideration and approval of these variances to allow Mr. Natale to maintain the existing structures given the long-standing presence of these improvements and the challenges posed by the substandard size of the lot. These structures do not negatively impact the surrounding community, and we believe that the requested relief is reasonable. And thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, I'm open to answering them.
Does anybody have any questions?
I do have a question. I was to the property, and you did say that you have consent from the neighbors?
Yes.
Written consents?
Yes,
Okay.
there are 2 consents from,
Yes, okay, great.
from neighbors directly across the street, unfortunately. I wasn't able to contact or get in touch with anybody that was abutting on either side. Every time we attempted, they weren't home.
The most affected neighbors?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as the porch is concerned, the next-door neighbors have almost the identical porch. so
Yes.
I don't see that.
There are several in the examples in the neighborhood, so it fits very well
Right.
within the character.
Okay, that's all I have to say.
But I think, Kathy, the most impacted person is really the person behind, not the people on either side, because that's where the pool equipment is, right? So it's the.
Yes, there's a 1.25-foot disparage, the difference between where the pool equipment can be and where it actually is located. So there's only really a foot.
So it's not the side, the most affected neighbors, the pool doesn't affect the side neighbors? it's
Correct. The
back
pool is in
one.
compliance with its location. It's the pool equipment that is a foot too close to the property line.
Just even
That's-
looking at the picture, it's like, it's right.
Yeah.
and so the
It
shed is all
appears
right-
to
right
be in the
against.
pictures, but I think the lot lines are,
Oh, yeah, of course,
determine
I'm
the
sorry.
setbacks.
So unfortunately, I have a letter that I'm going to read into the record, and that is from the most affected neighbor. Maybe you already know this, but I'm gonna read it into the record, and then I'm gonna make some comments about it.
Sure.
I am writing to express my concerns regarding the upcoming hearing on February 20th, 2025 for appeal number 24-538, hearing number 5, concerning a variance request by my neighbor Patricia Natale, whose backyard borders mine. Unfortunately, I am unable to attend this meeting in person as I recently gave birth and need to be with my newborn child. However, I want to make my position on this matter clear and urge the board to carefully consider the serious issues I have experienced with Patricia Natale. The variance request seeks to allow existing pool equipment to remain with less rear yard setback than permitted by ordinance. I respectfully request that the zoning board deny this variance request. The presence of this pool equipment has already contributed to ongoing issues that negatively impact my family's well-being and privacy. Since I purchased my home nearly 12 years ago, Patricia Natale has repeatedly stood on top of the pool equipment, which I estimate to be between 3 and 4 feet tall, as from her waist up, she exceeds the height of my 6-foot fence, to look over my fence into my backyard, violating my family's right to privacy. She has also repeatedly thrown garbage from her pool filter over my fence while standing on her pool equipment, even in my presence, to display her lack of regard and hostility towards my family. Over the past 2 years, the hostile behavior engaged in by Ms. Natale while standing on this pool equipment and peering over my fence, and at times leaning over into my backyard, has escalated to unprovoked verbal harassment, including yelling profanities and threats of harm to both my family members and my 2 dogs, all in the presence of my young children. Furthermore, the harassment escalated in 2023 to a point in which a man standing on the pool equipment in question leaned over, examining my backyard, and then drove his pickup truck around the block to my home and rang my doorbell. The man claimed to be the owner of Ms. Natale's home at 30 Daniel Drive, South Massapequa. Accused my husband and I of reporting to the town the home's backyard code violations, and then made direct threats of harm to my family. The police were called during this incident, and a formal report has been filed. This incident was also captured on my Ring doorbell. Additionally, I have security camera recordings of several incidents in which Patricia Natale leaned over the fence and shouted and cursed profanities at my family, completely unprovoked and for no reason at all. I would be glad to share these videos with the Board of Appeals should you wish to review them. If this variance is granted, it will continue to enable Patricia Natale and other members of her household to harass my family and pets, enabling an ongoing unsafe and hostile environment for my family. I urge the board to consider these serious concerns and uphold the zoning ordinance by denying the request. I appreciate your time and consideration in this matter. Please do not hesitate to contact me if further information is required. So it would appear to me that this complaint is really not too much to do with the pool equipment, more to do with these people not liking one another. Are you aware of this situation?
I was just made aware that the complaint was that leaves, the neighbor behind them had removed a large tree, and debris from the trees have fallen onto their yard. And our client took those leaves and tossed them over because they don't have any trees, and obviously.
Well, that was not neighborly.
No, I don't agree, I don't disagree, I don't condone any of that behavior. I think what they're describing as standing on top of their pool equipment was probably the existing pool deck that is no longer there. It is a semi-in-ground pool, so it stands only 2 feet above the ground, and the deck that was adjacent to the fence, which is a 6-foot fence, may have been at that 2-foot mark. So if you're standing on that deck, you would have a 4-foot high fence. So that's probably the view that they were seeing into their yard. That no longer exists. I don't think you'd be standing on pool equipment.
I wouldn't
To
stand on
look-
mine.
So I'm not sure.
I don't think it's possible with the type of pump that it is to stand on it, but nonetheless,
It is a solid fence. It's a 6-foot solid fence, so anybody standing along it, unless you're taller than 6 foot, you shouldn't be able to peer over. So I think a lot of the disagreements will be satisfied since we removed that deck. And it shouldn't be
Well,
any.
quite frankly, I don't like to see the zoning board used in this manner
I
at all.
agree.
I really don't like it. If you have a problem with your neighbor, don't use the zoning board to get back at
Correct.
them. My other comment is that moving that pool equipment isn't going to solve the hostility.
The 1 foot is not going to make a difference.
It's not.
In
And
my
she can
opinion.
certainly, if she wants to stand on her fence and continue this nonsense, she can stand on something else. This just irritates me. I don't know what else to say about it. It's in the record. Any board members have any questions or comments?
no, ma'am.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by office.
Thank you for consideration.
Thank you.
Hearing number 6, case number 24-539, Kim Durazio.
Thank you. And raise your right hand, please. Okay, do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, please state your name and address for the stenographer.
Sure. Scott Tyrone, 54 Willis Avenue, Mineola, New York, 11501. Hi, members of the board. I'm here to represent Kim Durazio, the owner of 355 North Virginia Avenue in Massapequa. It's Section 52, Block 148, Lot 60, and it's located in the R17 district. We are seeking variances for Chapter 246, Table 5.3, to maintain an attached garage and a one-story addition with an aggregate side yard of 15.5 feet, where 20 feet is required, and Chapter 246, Section 8.2.6, for the proposed widening of the existing driveway to have a 1-foot side yard setback where 8 feet is required, and Chapter 246, Section 5.5.26.4, for a 4-foot setback from the pool to the fence where a minimum 5 foot is required. It's important to note my client purchased the property in November of 2015, and at that time, a title search was conducted in September of 2015, and it revealed that the property had a conditional CO for a 1-story enclosed rear porch, but it was actually a room at that point. So my client had asked the buyers to remove the conditional and get a CO for the 1-story addition. That was done in October of 2015. The house did have a final inspection. The CO room granted an unconditional CO for a rear addition, and at that time, the town did not mention anything about the garage or the addition attaching the garage to the house not having a permit or a CO. The survey that is actually in the town's file, which granted the 1-story rear addition a CO back in 2015, shows those 2 additions. My client in 2023 filed a permit, put in a pool, legally, had inspections, everything was signed off. At that point, when they went to get the CO room picked up that the garage and the room attaching the garage did not have permits. If you look at the survey, it's literally probably more than 50% of the first floor of the house that was illegal with no permits, and again, they purchased it that way. We did do some research with the county, and we found that that garage and the addition was first picked up by the county on November 7th, 1947, when it was added to the tax rolls. So that addition of the garage and the addition that we're maintaining has been there for almost 78 years. I do have copies of the assessors card showing that it was, in fact, picked up by the county in 1947. I would also like to give in a copy of the housing and building search that my client got in September of 2015 that shows no violations, and also the title search that was done when they purchased the house, which didn't say anything about those 2 large additions that didn't have permits. And again, now that we're legalizing those additions, they're holding us to today's standard of 20-foot aggregate side yard, where we only have 15 and a half feet. The driveway that we're proposing to widen, it's not done yet, it's proposed. If you've been to the property or been down that street, everyone parks in the street. It's tough to park over there, so they're trying to get additional off-street parking spaces for themselves, so they're proposing to widen the driveway. The neighbor immediately to the west, who would be the most affected neighbor, has a driveway that is a foot to the property line, so it's literally, they have the same situation as we. And also, if you've been, down the street, you'll notice that the similar driveways with a very short 1 to 2 foot side yard setback exist at 343, 360, 366, 368, 370, 372, 374. I mean, it's common throughout the area to have a driveway with a less permitted setback. The last variance about the fence in proximity to the pool, the code wants the fence within 5 foot of the pool. It wants it 5 foot or greater from the pool. We're only 4 feet. And the reason for that is in the backyard, there are large evergreen green giant shrubs that are 12 to 15 foot tall, but they're thick. So we've pushed the fence as far as we can. The only way to make it comply for that extra foot would be to cut down the hedges, which my client would like to keep for privacy in their backyard. And that's all I have. Oh, I am going to give you the title search and the county record showing that that addition was there in, That's the violation search. This is the county car where it shows in 1947, and it talks about the garage in the addition, and it's right there on the card, you see it.
Okay.
And this is the actual title search.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You have.
Anybody have any questions or comments?
No.
I was to the property, and you are right, they have a lot of stuff in their driveway, and extending the driveway would help, and they do have the lane to do
Yeah.
it. So that would be fine. Many cars on the street.
There's a lot.
I know, it's like Queens. How many consent letters did you say you had from the neighbors?
We didn't get any consent letters from the neighbors. I was just, the addresses I gave were addresses that have basically the same scenario that we're proposing for the driveway.
Yes, okay. And I saw on the plans that you said the pagoda was going to be removed. Is that?
Yeah, it's one of those from Home Depot that
Yeah.
you buy, and unfortunately, the owner tried getting, because the town asked for engineered specs on it, and they're not available. So they've decided just that they're gonna take it down.
They're going to take it.
Yeah, there's no way to legalize it without getting an engineered drawing for it, and those things at Home Depot just they don't meet it.
All right. Okay, that's all I have.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Decision. Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by our office. Thank you.
Thank you, have a good night.
Good night, you too.
Next, we have hearing number 7, case number 24-522, Christine Stroy.
Hello, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, can you state your name and address for the stenographer?
Kevin Daly, 201 Northwest Drive, Farmingdale, New York, 11735. Good evening. Kevin Daly here on behalf of the owner, Christine Schroy, regarding her property at 3987 Maywood Drive in Seaford, Section 52, Block 313, Lot 28, located in R17 zone. We're seeking variances for a proposed second-story addition. The addition is going, we're building above the existing footprint and also building above a rear deck. Currently, there are 2 bedrooms on the first floor, 2 bedrooms upstairs. The proposed work will provide more open space on the first floor and move all the 4 bedrooms up to the second floor. The variances that we're requesting are as follows. The second-story rear addition will leave a rear yard setback of 23.87 where 25 feet is required. That's where we're building over that existing deck. That deck will remain open on 3 sides. The second floor is just going to be built on top of that. As I said, that will remain open. In addition, and that's a minimal request. We've considered setting it back, but it was difficult structurally and for the second floor layout. The second floor addition also exceeds the maximum gross floor area of 3,456.95 square feet. We're proposing 3,770.3 square feet, a difference of 313.35 square feet. Which contributes to this overage is the basement. It's 7 feet, and that helped take this over. And the last variance we're requesting is for the fence. There's an existing 4-foot fence that does not have the minimum distance from the property line for the height. The owner, what happened here is the owner called the town when they put the fence up. They were advised they don't need a permit for a 4-foot fence, but it has to be 30 feet. They thought it was installed at 30 feet. We measured it, it's about 26 feet. It's difficult, it's from the sidewalk, it's 30 feet. And it's very clear, there's really not any obstruction of sight there. It's a 4-foot fence, you can clearly see around the turn there. So we're hoping that, the owner isn't required to, incur a financial hardship to start removing it. We feel the variances we're requesting are minimal and will improve the house and the neighborhood. We did speak to the neighbors. We have 4 consent letters from the most affected neighbors, if I could submit them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And based on these facts, we would hope that the board would request these variances as presented.
I was to the house today, and the second-story proposal, there are 4 other houses on the block that have second stories.
Yes,
very-
it's not out of character for the
Not at
neighborhood.
all, right. And as far as the fence goes, it is a corner plot, but it is 4 feet high, so I don't see that to be an issue. And even with the neighbor, it would be facing the side street, but their backdoor neighbor, his driveway is alongside there. It's not an issue. It's because it's 4 foot.
I agree. If it was a 6-foot fence, this would be a different conversation,
Yes,
but
it would.
it's a
Yeah.
clear vision. The house is kept nicely, wonderful family, 3 kids. They've lived there for 13 years now, and they just want to improve and stay.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 8, case number 24-518, Redwan Zaman.
Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
I do.
Please state your name and address for the stenographer.
Dennis Oliver, 924 New Bridge Road, Belmont, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board.
Good evening.
I'm here this evening representing Redwan Zaman, 439 Cold Place, Bethpage, New York, Section 46, Block 480, Lot 3. We are located in an R17 zone. We are looking to construct a second-floor addition with a rear cantilever over an existing attached garage. And it should be noted this attached garage was constructed under a previous decision, 19-568, dated November 21st, 2019. So some of the variances that we need are associated with that previous grant. The front yard required is 25. We are proposing 22.47. Now, that matches the same decision that was granted previously. We're not exceeding that at all. Rear yard proposed is 14.3, where 25 is required. Now, again, we're matching that as well. We're not exceeding that at all. That was previously granted under the old decision.
Is that where the garage is?
That's for the garage, yes, ma'am. We're building directly right on top of it. The cantilever that we're proposing is on the back of it, so that's not interfering with that rear yard at all. Lot coverage is 25% max allowed. We're proposing 31.23. That cantilever is what pushes us over what was previously granted at 30.78. So it's that 2 extra feet across the back of the garage. That's increased the lot coverage by about 1%, let's say, over the previous grant. Now, the gross floor area. Now, previously, we didn't have a problem with that, but now with the garage, with this addition over the garage, we were allowed 3,212.59 square feet. We are proposing 3,520.18 square feet. So that's an increase of 431.49 square feet over the maximum allowed gross floor area. It should be noted that this house is built on a slab, so there is no basement. So all of this is living space. They have a large family. They have 4 kids. They just had another baby. We're building a space for a master bedroom, and they're going to shift the kids around and have them live in in the other rooms. But they need the space. They're kind of outgrowing the house, and with the way things are with housing and cost and everything else, it's better to stay and try and get the variance than it is to leave. I have a consent letter signed by 7 of the 13 people within the mailing notice. It should be noted that the 2 adjoining property owners, the one most directly affected by this, have signed a letter, along with 3 of the property owners who are directly across the street and have to look at this. So they have no objection to these variances being granted on it.
Thank you.
And we requested the board please look favorably on the application. If you have
Can
any
you
questions.
tell me in total how many bedrooms and bathrooms will be in this house?
They
total?
have, 1, 2, 3, they have 4 bedrooms now, this would be a 5th bedroom.
5 bedrooms, how many bathrooms?
There'll be 2 bathrooms upstairs, 1 down.
Three.
All right. Anybody else have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Everybody have a safe trip home.
Thank you. Next is hearing number 9, case number 24-544, Craig Homerford.
Yes, he does.
Do you promise to tell the truth with these proceedings?
I do.
State your name and address for the stenographer.
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, Elizabeth Ward. I'm representing Craig Comerford of 11 Park Lane in Bethpage. I passed up some photos, consent letters for the board. Mr. Comerford is seeking a variance to maintain a shed having less side yard setback than required and to maintain a fence having greater height than required. This property is on the corner of Park Lane and Whaley Avenue. As with many corner properties, any type of improvements is difficult without a variance. There is a metal shed on the property, it's not visible from the street, it's under 100 square feet. It's maintaining a 1.4 side yard setback where 3 feet is required. There is a 6-foot fence between the properties. In regard to the fence, it does not pose any interference with traffic from either direction. This intersection is also controlled by a stop sign. I've taken many photos of this for the board. The fence is not out of character in this neighborhood, as the 2 other corners have similar fences. I have submitted a letter from the Highway Department acknowledging that the fence is over the property line and they have no objection to the fence remaining where it is, with the understanding that the homeowner is responsible for the fence. I do have a consent letter from the budding neighbor, budding the fence at 69 Whaley Avenue, also from the neighbor directly across the street at 8 Lincoln Boulevard. As the photos show, the property is in excellent condition. It's always been well maintained, and there's never been any violations from the town on this property.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 10, case number 24-537, Mile Bacanic. Mile Bacanic. Mile Bacanic, I'm trying my best. I'm so sorry.
You're doing good. I've heard a lot worse.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you promise to tell the truth with these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, please state your name and address for the stenographer.
Mile Baconic, 21 Prescott Place, Old Bethpage, 11804.
Okay, tell us why you're here.
Filing for pool, and I have a 7-foot setback instead of the required 10. I have a retaining wall. I have the dreaded corner property issue, so my backyard's a little small, and I have a retaining wall because when I built the house, it's a new construction home. I kind of flattened the whole backyard just to create as much usable space as I could. If I were to follow the setback properly with the 10-foot, I have no clearance from the pool to the back of the home so that I could get to the side of the property or get to the proposed staircase I'm looking to put leading down to the basement. So putting the pool where it shows on plan allows me to have 6.5-foot clearance from the pool to the home, allowing me one side of clear access to the side of the home as well as the entrance leading downstairs.
So tell us about the cellar entrance. First of all, what is in your cellar?
Nothing. It is just
Bathroom?
nothing.
Nothing?
It's just literally an open space that's fully unfinished, but I wanted to eventually, if possible, do that space in the future, and create a place where someone can change after getting out of the pool, some privacy, storage, and whatnot. My builder back, when I'd filed for multiple variances in 2022, advised me that it was inadvisable to do an entrance, even though many new construction homes all around me.
He said it was inadvisable?
Yeah.
Well, the board doesn't look favorably on basement entrances, and the reason for that is they create a situation where apartments can be created, which is illegal, and that's why we don't like them. So that's why I'm asking you about what's in your basement.
Yeah, it's an open canvas right now. There's
Is there, well, there's plumbing down there, yeah. You have washer and dryer in there?
No, it's on the second floor.
Smart.
You don't
And
have-
the cellar entrance is on the back of the house, so the same side where the pool is going, or it's on the side?
If you're on Prescott, you're looking to the right, it would be towards the right, and then the backyard facing Prescott, and then I have Melissa Lane on the left side, when you're
Right,
facing the home.
You had said before that you were thinking about eventually that the basement would be a place that people could come out of the pool and go into the house through.
Correct.
So it's the same side where the pool is and the cellar entrance is.
Yes,
He's gonna show us, he'll show us on
So
the
you see
plan.
what I'm saying? It's not really like a place you put an apartment, you have a pool, you know?
Well, I prefer it be in the back than on the side.
It's on
it's all closed in with fence too.
Have you been in touch with your neighbors, the ones who will be most impacted by the pool?
I have.
And how did that go?
They didn't care when I built the house brand new in '23. They said, go with God,
Go with God?
go with God.
I like that.
And I have to invite them all to
Well,
jump
better.
into the pool.
And buy good hot dogs.
Pool parties up the block.
I will.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Hearing number 11, case number 24-536, Brandon Smith. See, even I can't mess that name up.
Hello. Raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please state your name and address for the stenographer.
Sure. Chris Gray, Architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmont, New York, representing Brandon Smith. He lives at 3 Durham Place in Plainview. Good evening.
Good evening.
My client is, the zone is R17 zone, and this is a corner piece of property. We were before the board and got approval for a second-story addition that was under appeal number 22-452. Due to economics, that project did not go forward, so we went back to the drawing board, so to speak, and came up with a design that basically expands his existing one-story home. The proposed addition is, there are 2 additions, one to the rear and then one to the side and front of the home. In doing so, we are required to have a front yard setback of 28.1 feet, and the proposed is 18.3 feet in the front. So if you notice, it's a corner property. The house is sitting on a diagonal, little unusual. I held to all setbacks where I could, and to give the house a little bit of shape, bringing it forward to Eileen Avenue, we are a little short with the front yard.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau
don't-
County,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'd like to hand in 2 cards, I'm
Of
sorry.
course.
okay.
2 green cards. from the-
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 12 was postponed. Hearing number 13, case number 24-523, Min Zhao.
Hello again.
Okay. Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer.
Kevin Daly, 201 Northwest Drive, Suite 8, Farmingdale, New York, 11735. Good evening again. I'm here on behalf of the owner regarding their property at 46 Mellow Lane in Jericho, New York, Section 12, Block 517, Lot 3. Property is located in R110 zoning. We're seeking variances for a proposed second-story addition We're building over the existing living room, dining room, and kitchen, and a new two-story addition in the back with a front portico. We're also building a small reverse gable on the left side of the house. None of that does not meet any variances. The variances that we're requesting are as follows. The two-story addition and portico exceed the maximum permitted coverage of 20%. We're proposing 22.08%, a small difference of 2.8% or 2.08%, or 162.24 square feet. The addition will also exceed the maximum gross floor area of 3,320 square feet. We're proposing a total of 3,838 square feet, a difference of 518 square feet. What adds significantly to the gross floor area is the inclusion of the basement, which is 540 square feet. It's 7 feet at the highest point. It varies, but we included it all in the calculations. The new addition will be built on a crawl space, no basement under the new two-story addition in the back. And we feel that these variances we're requesting are minimal. The addition would improve the nature and character of the neighborhood. It's not out of character, excuse me. We did speak to the neighbors. We have 4 consent letters, the 2 abutting and the 2 across the street. And based on these facts, we hope this variance is granted. I'd like to submit the letters if I could.
Okay. Thank you.
Just for the record, how many bedrooms and bathrooms will be in the house when
Let
it's
me take a
completed?
There's 3 bedrooms in the existing second floor. Hold on. That's gonna become 1, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms total.
Okay.
Master bedroom with a master bedroom suite with a walk-in closet and a master bathroom. On the left side of the house, on the existing second floor, there are currently 3 bedrooms, but the 1 bedroom is very small, so they're gonna open that up to become 1 bigger bedroom, so 4 total.
And how many bathrooms? 3?
Let me see. Master, 1, 2, 3 bathrooms.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions or comments?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Decision. Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank you.
office. Thank you.
Next, hearing number 14, appeal number 24-514, Gary Louie.
Good evening.
Good evening. Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
I do,
Okay, please state your name and address for the stenographer.
certainly. My name is Gary Louie. I, along with my spouse Lois Louie, are owners of 31 Westminster Road. Madam Chairwoman, I will suggest that the issue that we're facing with this particular application is based on a sitcom comedy back in the 60s when the protagonist in Get Smart said, "Chief, we missed it by that much." And so in this particular case, this board had granted approval of a backup generator on the side of the house. It's a corner piece of property, Westminster Road and Drury in Syosset. And the installer missed it by 6 inches.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wow was frankly not my immediate response, but here we are. So we're asking for a variance to the variance, and we're also asking that a side yard steel shed, which is in the rear of the house and shielded by evergreens, to also be approved within, again, it's a setback that didn't quite make the code. The adjacent neighbors have no objection, and that shed has been there for a number of years, and it's time for it to be considered to be legal.
It's exactly 6 inches, not 6.2? I'm just teasing.
No. It has been the topic of some conversation, as you can well imagine.
I'd be out there with a tape measure myself.
All right, anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Thank you.
Public hearing is closed,
Have a
and the
good
decision
evening.
of the board will be
Safe
forwarded
home.
to our office.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Next, we have hearing number 15, appeal number 24-531, Theodore and Sarah Perlman.
Raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth with these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer.
Again, Madam Chairperson, members of the board, good evening. Bernard Rogers, architect, 2150 Wantagh Park Drive, Wantagh, New York, 11793. Representing my clients Theodore and Sarah Perlman, the owners of 7 Wetmore Drive, Syosset, New York, 11791, zoned R1-20 by the town of Oyster Bay. My clients are seeking to maintain their existing rear wood shed. The Perlmans have owned this property since 1994, and this shed was already on the property at that time. Apparently, throughout the ownership of the property, nobody had ever taken out a permit for it. The R1-20 zone requires that sheds be located a minimum of 20 feet from any side property line and 20 feet from the rear property line. As you can see on our architectural plans and on the property survey prepared by NY Land Surveyor PC dated November 3rd, 2023, the shed is located in the southwest corner of the property. It is 2.6 feet away from the side property line and 4.9 feet away from the rear property line. Also, as indicated on the survey, the rear and sides of the property are wooded and the greenery surrounds the shed. I have photos of the shed that I'd like to submit to the board at this time.
Thank you.
That's a shed. Why so far away? Well, they didn't put it in. It's so far away from the house.
I think they probably figured to take advantage of the yard, kind of put it away. You know, of course, it's a large property. Typically, a shed would go in a corner. As you can see, the areas around the shed are landscaped quite nicely. The shed is well maintained. The trees along this portion of the property and along the neighboring properties definitely shield the view of the shed from those neighboring properties. We are also seeking relief of maximum allowable height for the shed. It is 12 feet 4 inches in height, where 10 feet is the maximum allowable. There have never been any complaints on this structure, and we believe that if approved, it would have no adverse effect on neighboring properties or the neighborhood in general. So in conclusion, we'd like to thank you very much for your time and consideration with hearing our request.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions or comments? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Safe home, everyone.
You too.
You too.
Next, we have hearing number 16, appeal number 24-532, Vishal Party.
Still under oath, Bob?
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Passing up some photos.
thank you.
To the board. Representing the homeowners at 155 Split Rock Road in Syosset, Mr. and Mrs. Parker are seeking a variance for a proposed two-car garage not having the required average front yard setback, and for proposed rear addition not having the required rear yard setback and exceeding the lot coverage. This property is on the corner of Split Rock Road and Split Rock Lane. This property is in the R11A zoning district. The proposed rear addition is seeking a rear yard setback of 75 feet where 100 feet is required. In regard to the lot coverage, the proposed lot coverage would be 10.5%, where 10% is the maximum. This property is heavily shrubbed, as the photos show, and there's also a 6-foot fence around the whole property. The garage is much needed right now, as there is no garage. It would be a two-car garage. The homeowners did reach out to their rear abutting neighbor at 1 Split Rock Lane, the Christies, and they have signed a letter of no objections. These improvements would not be visible from the street and would not have any adverse effect on any neighbors, as the photos show the property is in excellent condition.
And the breezeway is as well being built with this garage?
Correct. That's attached into the garage, yes.
Makes sense. Okay.
Covered breezeway.
Anybody have any questions or comments?
None.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you promise to tell the truth with these proceedings?
I do.
State your name and address for the stenographer.
Russell Anderson, 167 Split Rock Road, Syosset. I am the neighbor immediately to the north of the 155 Split Rock Road property. In general, this addition is on the opposite side of the property from where I live. I realize generally that this is a corner lot. They're considered to be, for purposes, 2 front yards, 1 rear yard, 1 side yard. Obviously, the rear yard, or the front yard for our purposes, is considered to be the Split Rock Lane entry. The 100-foot setback is adjacent to my property. I guess over the years, there's probably been other variances based on where the house is currently located. There was an addition put on a number of years ago after I had already moved in. I moved in 2003. The only question I had was that I disagree with the fact that the building is screened. There's a lot of areas, and I have photos of the rear of the house. There is no landscaping.
Is that your house? There's a house,
I know, I got
right
it.
here. Can you see that?
It's possible. I mean,
Just show them that house,
She's
Michael.
got color copies. Might be easier.
No, that's the Christie's house. That's
Okay.
Mine is on the backside. It's not in that photo. The only thing, like I said, it's on the opposite side of the property. I understand there's no garage on the house is currently. They would look to add that. Just 2 comments. A, could the garage addition be screened? Not at the property line per se, but maybe over by the addition itself. Or B, could the garage actually be slid closer, moving to the east slightly, so it doesn't necessarily extend further into the rear or side yards as it may be to the west?
So to the east?
Yeah, to slide the garage addition to the east. There seems to be enough room in the driveway area there for turning into the garage per se.
Have you seen the plans for this
Yeah.
at all?
Yeah, I have.
You have,
I
okay.
have. For the record, I'm also an architect, so I understand what I'm looking at.
So if I tell you it couldn't be moved, you'd know I was lying, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, well, we'll have Mr. Schumacher address those comments.
Okay, like I said, other than that, I have no other objection.
Okay.
There are no other previous variances.
No, there are no previous.
No? Okay.
That addition probably met the code, so it didn't need a variance.
Okay. Very good.
Okay,
All right.
so this is their first time at bat.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming down.
Okay.
The proposed addition is actually in from the existing house that's closest to the Anderson's house. And the garage is on the Split Rock Lane side. It's
Right.
the farthest away from the Anderson's house. So,
Could we put some screening
sure,
on that
they
side
could
of the
put some
garage that
screening up,
impacts
yeah.
this gentleman?
Yeah, but it's, just for the record, it's further away from the existing setback of the existing house now. You know, it's a greater addition.
Okay. All right, anybody else have any questions or comments? Correspondence?
Nassau County,
He has it.
You can't.
Nassau County Planning Commission has been notified.
Motion? Decision. Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
But you see, if he goes and talks to Bob. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. Next is hearing number 17, case number 24-540, Han Bath.
Kind of knew where we were, so. Good
You
evening,
were waiting
everyone.
so patiently.
Raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth with these
Yes, I do.
proceedings? Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer.
Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
By the way, the roads are fine out there, you don't have to worry.
Thank God.
Just a little wet, not bad. I'm here tonight representing the Bay family who seek to build a kitchen extension and deck that require a few variances. Our first request is to permit a 7.73 side yard setback in lieu of the 8-foot, only asking .27. Our second request is permit a rear setback of 6.24 instead of the 25-foot minimum allowed, and a 13.9 setback as well. As you can see, this is an unusual property. It's a corner lot. The house was built on an angle. Almost anything you did on this house we'd be before you. It's a very standard extension on a split-level home. We're just expanding the dining kitchen area. That being said, our third request is to permit an existing 70-square-foot shed to be 3 feet off the front side yard setback, where 24.8 is required. It's a very low-lying shed, barely visible over the fence. And I have some photos I could hand in. I printed about 6 of them.
Thank you.
Shed is for garden.
No, but the shed's like for lawn equipment, stuff like that. It's a very small shed. No. And lastly, we wish to maintain a 6-foot PVC fence as shown on our plot plan, and as you can see in the submitted photos, there's no visibility issues for sight lines. The neighbor next to them has their driveway on the other street,
Perfect. Thank you.
so.
All right, anybody have any questions, comments?
Oh, they're the same.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, safe home.
Roads are fine.
Next is, next is hearing, number 18, 24-527, Gallagher Lopez. No, there's only the one shed, right?
Yeah.
Can I give those to you now?
Sure.
Maybe it doesn't need it, variance.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Just raise your right hand, please. Do you promise to tell the truth with these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer.
Good evening, my name is Ashley Lowe Kianese from ASB Engineering. Our office is located at 1924 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, New York. I am here this evening on behalf of our clients Gallagher and Gabriela Lopez, who are the owners and occupants of the subject property located at 9 Anchor Court in Oyster Bay. I would like to note that Gabriela Lopez is here with us this evening. We are here tonight for an application for a proposed in-ground swimming pool amendment that was provided for an application filed for a permit, P2406-0089. The existing 14 by 24 rectangular shaped pool does not have the minimum required setback of 10 feet, having an existing side yard setback of just 5 feet, for which we require 5 feet of relief. The pool also does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 10 feet, having an existing rear yard setback of 6.08 feet, for which we require 3.92 feet of relief. Additionally, the existing pool equipment, which does include an electric heater, does not meet the existing side yard setback of 10 feet, having an existing side yard setback of 5.08 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 4.92 feet. Lastly, the existing 6-foot-high PVC fence is in excess of the maximum permitted height across the side and front yard, which is located on Shippos Point Lane. Since this is a property located on the corner of a cul-de-sac, the side/front yard is located in different spots, even though the fence in question for the variance is behind the rear of the home. We are requesting relief as it is a 6-foot fence, where a 4-foot fence would normally be the maximum permitted. We would like to note that the project is not completely finished. I have provided a packet to the board that includes photos, as I previously mentioned, of the property in its current position. And as I said earlier, this project was not done without the benefit of a permit, as the property was issued under P2406-0089. According to correspondence between the homeowner, the contractor did place a larger pool than what was originally approved. The homeowners were out of town when the cement was poured, and when they returned, they noticed the larger size. The cement pool is still as it was the day that it was poured. There has not been any updates to it since, as you can see in the pictures.
Will the town stop them, yes?
Yes. But I don't think they stopped them that day.
Okay.
In the packet, there were also signatures of support from the surrounding neighbors and an individual letter of support as well. There's also a radius map attached which shows which homes provided signatures of support and where they are located in correlation to the subject property. I would like to note that the individual letter of support is from the Orlowskis, which is the house located at 10 Keel, which is the house that shares the rear property line and the house that is most affected. These are only requests. I'm happy to answer any questions.
How much bigger was the pool that was originally supposed to be?
The original pool was supposed to be 8 by 20.
Sorry?
8 by 20 was the, yeah. Because it cleared the setbacks.
Big difference.
6 feet? That's a very small pool. It's a small pool, 8 by 20.
Did they have to pay extra?
That's a good question. I didn't ask that question.
I wouldn't have.
Would assume no, considering it was a mistake, so,
And brought her here.
yeah, so hopefully not, because it's not cheap to come to the board.
If we approve it, she's gotta pay extra, that's all.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
Come on down.
Come on up. Yes. Be sworn in.
Okay, first, I have some things to give to the board.
Sure.
Should I do that first?
Sure.
Give that to you.
Oh, boy. Is it a bottle? It was like a gift bag.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you
Yes.
promise to tell the truth through these
I do.
proceedings?
I
Okay.
do. My name is Joan Bush. I live at 7 Anchor Court with this lovely man. Thank you.
Michael D'Antoni, 7 Acton Court as well.
Okay.
So if you look through here, had planned to read my entire letter that I've written to the board, but I don't want to take all of your time. So I will just highlight it. I also want to share with you the survey on my property.
Okay.
So you can see by these pictures exactly how close this pool is. The first being what we get to look out our bedroom window and see every day. When the previous engineers,
Are you the side yard or the rear yard?
we are at the side yard. So, and if you look at the pictures, I want to point out what has happened to our property every time it rains because we illegally raised the backyard by 8 inches. You can see the pictures of his makeshift retaining wall that he put in there. So every time that it rains, this is what we have in our side yard. In addition, excuse me, I didn't get your title.
I'm Max Gregor.
Okay. She claimed that they were not aware that the pool size was increased. That is nothing more than a total lie. They were there the entire time, every single day, as the pool went in. They were approved for an 8 by 20, but instead, they put in a 14 by 24, almost double the size. So you can see that, Rick, go ahead.
And on the application for the variance to allow existing 14 by 24 pool.
Which was illegal to begin
Well,
with.
But the only thing with the building permit is for the 8 by
8 by 20.
8 by 20.
Right,
So-
they took out a permit to build a pool 8 by 20, and then it was made larger. And so
Yes,
the building
yes.
department suspended the permit.
Correct,
And that's why nothing else has been done, because they can't work on it.
correct. But now they're asking for a variance to go ahead and finish a
Yes.
pool that they shouldn't have had in the first place. So we object.
Just merely dimension-wise, area-wise,
It's right on top of our property.
I'm sorry, you can't like talk overlapping because I
Oh,
can't hear
sorry.
some of
All right.
that.
I'll go ahead.
Also important to note that with the complaint I filed, that our fence, their fence is 5 inches on our property, and that is why I brought the survey.
I have to tell you that we can't solve that problem for you. We can't even entertain it. That
No,
is a civil
but-
matter between the two
Right.
neighbors, property line disputes we don't get involved in.
But it is important to note that all of the numbers are affected by that, because there is actually 5 inches of property that they're saying that is theirs when they're figuring out how far it is away from things. That's actually
How long has
ours.
the fence been?
Since he moved in
How long is that?
8 years ago, and I have been complaining, and they have been dismissing me and saying, it's ridiculous."
Did you ever take them to court over it?
We actually have shown them the survey, and talked to them. Their survey says the same thing, which is very interesting. And when we talked to them and stepped on their property, they called the police and said we were trespassing.
That is unfortunate.
Yes, a lot of this is unfortunate. But the noise level that we are going to have, if this is allowed to go through, this is right under our bedroom windows. Plus, we have a child with special needs who is autistic, who has meltdowns and doesn't do well in loud noise situations. And that is why we moved into this neighborhood 25 years ago. So it's nice, quiet neighborhood. We don't have to worry about people not respecting other people, except for this. And we have never had any complaints with them. When they moved in, we welcomed them, and they told us, oh, we're gonna make some modifications in the house. I thought, great, you know, growing family. They didn't say anything about the pool until they came in with all of their equipment and started taking down our bushes and leaving a disaster, as you can see by all of these pictures. And what's more is they lied directly to Mike Esposito, saying that they hadn't put in the concrete yet. We went into the office and we showed him these pictures. He was irate, and that is when Joe Chiambra came out and shut the whole thing down.
Okay. So they need to meet the 10-foot setbacks. They would need to meet 10-foot setbacks with this pool and with the equipment.
Right, and also 60, isn't it? 60 on each side, since this is a corner property? 60 and 60. So,
I'm not seeing that on the variance.
Well, they had the approval for the 8th.
Right.
So it is, I
But you-
can't
if
speak
you
for
look-
anybody, I can't speak for anybody else on the board. I can say it's unlikely that we would undo what they were actually given, see, which is 8. So it's not gonna be that there's no pool there, right? I wanna make sure that that's clear. There's going to be a pool there. Okay. So I don't know how anyone else feels, and we'll discuss it during deliberations, but, you know, one way or another, it's still gonna be a pool, there's still gonna be some noise, those things are happening, even if we tell them they can't have the 14.
well, what about the fence and all the change in the elevation that they did that has affected our property with flooding? How is that going to be addressed?
That's gonna be addressed by the building department and the engineers as the construction goes on.
Okay?
Well, they're asking for a variance for the existing fence though, too,
Right.
it's before us.
And the
Percent.
existing fence is not 6 foot, it's way over 6 foot, because you have to put in the 8 foot that they raised it up.
I will send that back to the building department. I wouldn't, at this point, I would not act on the fence because that has to be established, that has to be fixed by the planning department. They're gonna have to go out there and take a measurement of it. Not the property line, the height. You're saying it's higher than 6 feet.
Well, yes, if you look at, the fence there's a itself is 6 retaining feet, and then they raised it up off the ground. It's right there in your picture.
I mean,
So I'll have to see what they-
looking at the photo of the pool, Rita, it looks like it's an unsafe situation, how close it is to their own house.
Of course, it's very unsafe. See, here's the retaining wall.
Yeah,
And it also voids all the codes, dimensions,
Everything.
regulations, just across the board.
To their own homes, there's no
there was, yeah, I thought there was a code with regard to 7 feet. It has to be a minimum,
The code
right?
says 7 or there is 7?
There's no way there is
On the
7.
plan or on the plan?
Right, but they didn't build it according to the plan, and that is our whole point. They just did what they wanted to do.
Not just us, I mean, built.
Yeah,
Right, but they don't, what is there
He's
is
saying between the house and the pool is separate.
oh, between their
The
house,
resident,
right, not ours.
No, no, no. Okay, so that's standard. Well, they were just asking.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because this is the house right here.
I think so.
Let me see.
Could that possibly be?
I know it's close over here, bushes.
No, she was saying it seems very close to the applicant's house. St. Michael's.
It's very close. You can see, this picture. This
Yeah.
was taken from our bedroom.
Leeway to move this.
Is this your house here on this side? Yes, right here. That's why I wanted to show you. Tell me what page that's on. Can I show you this? Can I show you the survey of my house?
We have the survey
No, of my house.
of your,
There you go. So then you can see where their house is in comparison, and you see the corner.
okay, so where is the,
That's her survey.
So here.
this is the house, and where is the pool? The pool's not on the survey, obviously. So so the pool has to be back here.
Yeah, but the pool's
Okay, and that's on the side of the house. This, okay.
That's my concern.
It's tight.
Yeah, and this is their house here. That's what they're saying, or they're the backdoor neighbors? Are you the side or the backdoor neighbors?
Side.
Side.
Side, yes.
Okay, so this is their house, right?
It says the 7
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then they're saying, so there's arborvitae's here, so they're,
Yeah, but they've got a 2-story house, you have to see over there. That's how she got those pictures.
there are arborvitae's on the side of your house, the fence and the
No,
pool?
that's their arborvitae's that are on our property.
Okay, but there is a natural fence there.
A natural
There's,
fence.
you have screening from the pool.
They plan, according to all of what I've read, I hope it's correct, they plan to put concrete the whole length for all of their additional apparatus for the pool and everything else. And it's open-ended, saying, variance to allow something, oh, this was on the other plan, where they're asking to have to extend as needed. Extend concrete patio as necessary.
Where does it say that?
On the plot plan.
Yes. What's as necessary? What does that mean? We already have a flooding issue.
So it's on grade, it doesn't need a permit. You can cement in your whole backyard if you want to.
But there is cement already, so they're saying they're going to extend that
Right,
cement to the pool.
but they have changed the level of the land. So if they put cement on there, we'll be underwater. Plus, did anyone do a study on how this affects the bay? We're only 300 feet from the bay. I mean, these are really important considerations.
The town is aware of that, and like I said, they have, the town has an engineer that they will send out and make sure that the water is retained on their own property.
Okay.
With any permit that you get, you have to retain your groundwater on your property.
Right. And
So-
where are they going to discharge the pool water?
They can put a dry well in,
A dry well. Does that require a permit?
yes.
They-
Mhm. You can't discharge pool water onto your neighbor's property, nor into the street. People do it, but it's against the law.
Okay,
Okay?
well, I've put everything that I wanted to say to you in this report.
Well, you did a
but-
good job, thank you.
You did, very thorough.
Thank you.
All right, if that's all, I'm gonna call her back to answer some of your concerns, and then we'll wrap this up.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Sure,
Thank you.
of course. There's some problems here.
Before you guys answer questions, can I just run down a few things?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna just try to go bullet points. If I bounce around, forgive me, I'm writing as we went. In terms of the fence, there's definitely not, on the record, larger than a 6-foot fence on the property. I think forgive me, I don't wanna speak for her, but I think what she meant was that the grade plus the fence is what makes it bigger than 6 feet. But there is not larger than a 6-foot fence. Trust me, I worked for Rose Fence. It's not bigger than a 6-foot fence. I've been to the
It
property.
looks like it's on
I've
some
seen
kind of
it.
a retaining wall, though, from the picture.
On which side?
There's a cement.
Is that cement or is
Would you show
that wood
me?
placed in there to prevent?
Water?
Yeah.
Well, I know to get a permit for your pool, you can't have a space where a child can go under it either.
Yeah,
So-
it's not,
I didn't see that.
oh, no, it's not a retaining wall. I think it's wood.
You think it's
At least,
wood?
it looked like it was wood when I saw it.
But the fence
Can
is
I
on it?
call
Yeah, she
her
can be
up?
sworn in.
Just
Yes.
because she can tell for sure, but it looked like wood to me.
Okay, raise your right hand, please. Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings? State your name and address for the stenographer, please.
Gabriela Lopez, 9 Acre Court in Oyster Bay. Good
Can you
evening,
speak
how are
into
you?
the microphone?
Gabriela Lopez, 9 Acre Court in Oyster Bay. Good evening.
Good evening.
It is a wood plank that we place temporarily while we're getting everything fixed.
Is it to hold back water and soil, or?
It's for the soil, so that we wouldn't impede into her property. We just wanted to ensure that there wasn't anything that was going under.
Okay.
But given all the, construction, we just put a temporary kind of like plank. We are gonna fix it. It's all of our intention to get everything, in accordance with all abiding, laws and regulations. We're gonna fix all of that. There's just a couple of things
So
that we
the
wanted
fence
to
is
mention.
on top of it?
The fence isn't built
It's not
on
sitting
it.
on top?
No. We just put
Just the board?
yes, just to to cover, so that there isn't any soil that's running into her property line.
Actually, that leads me to another point that I wanted to make. I did have a conversation with Gabriella and her husband earlier about drainage and if there was any potential issues. Now, the pool has been the way it is for almost a year, and they haven't noticed any water coming up or it impeding any water table. However, they wouldn't be opposed to putting in, they were already planning on putting in some sort of drain, but they wouldn't be opposed to putting in some sort of dry well or drainage issue. Like, they're not looking to have any issues with the neighbors in terms of overflow of water on their property or the neighboring properties, including the property in the rear, which they're not here. They lended their support, but just because they lended their support doesn't mean they want water on their property either. So they're totally open to that. I don't know if that can be conditioned, but if it could, it would
Well-
be something we would be open to.
My feeling is I don't want to vote on this tonight. I want to give the town engineer an opportunity to go out and take a look and address the concerns of the neighbor.
Okay.
Because there is construction going on there, and there's a lot of soil, and it really should be looked at. There is a claim that the grade was raised. If it was, he'll know that.
Okay.
Okay?
As from the, just so that Ms. Lopez and I can go on the record, they did not raise the grade according to them.
No.
Okay.
So,
Well, during pool construction, you're digging a hole, so the soil has to go somewhere, and so maybe it did.
They level
I
it
don't know.
out, yeah.
they did dig the hole, yes, but there was no intention to raise the
That is correct.
grade. They didn't bring dirt in to raise like the whole backyard.
No, it's
up.
the dirt from the hole.
Yeah, but it's
That gets
not-
leveled
yeah.
out.
But typically, at some point, that dirt is taken away.
We weren't, we stopped all work, so there is obviously, there's dirt, it's not
Right,
going
it's
to
not
the
construction
there.
site.
Yeah.
Exactly, and so, I think a lot of the pictures that Mrs. Bush took, it's kind of a temporary, they were kind of like in the
Situation,
middle of it, right, because we stopped all work. following, last summer, following the work stop order. In terms of privacy, I know that we are aware that there's a window that's on her side property, and we have all intention to
Screen that.
provide, yes, we have all intention to do that. The way that she has the view, I have 2 small children, they'll be, running around in bathing suits. I don't really, we want our privacy as much as they do. And we actually did have a tree there, but we removed it due to all the construction. We are planning on putting privacy trees to ensure that there's privacy on both sides.
Okay, and there will be no grass? You are going to put cement around the whole pool?
No, well,
It's right here, right?
yeah, there is gonna be some sort of grass. On the edges, there's arborvitaes throughout the whole entire, right in front of the fence, there'll be arborvitaes, and there'll be some bushes and, landscaping around the pool where we have, like right around the pool. We do have a little patio onto the left,
I see that.
but other than that, I mean,
The whole backyard won't be
it won't be
hardscape.
cement. I mean, personally, I don't like it all hardscape, but, I do want some greenery in there and certainly privacy for both of our.
Well,
both
you
of our
need it
neighbors.
for drainage too. I mean,
Yes.
the more cement you have, the more runoff you're gonna have,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna,
No, I totally agree, and plus it also looks nicer to have a little bit of greenery
Yeah.
around.
when kids fall down, you want them to fall on grass,
Yeah.
not cement.
Totally agree.
Ain't that the truth? Also, I know that this isn't necessarily the board's purview, but we did discuss a survey issue and a fence issue. Based off my conversations and the survey that I have, it appears that there was a portion of the fence that was repaired and fixed in 2021, some of which was put, a portion of which was put about 5 or 6 inches onto the next door neighbor's property, who came up and spoke, but it has since been fixed. And as of the updated survey from July 16th of 2024, this past year, it does show the fence is right on the property line.
Yeah.
No,
You can't speak from back there.
I think I was super respectful to her, so she should do the same.
And I'll just clarify, we had repaired our fence that we share. Well, it's my fence, but it's in our property line. Our fence contractor, I mean, if there was an accident, like there was an accidental 5 inches into her property line, we had since repaired it last year. This fence was put in, I think, in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. It's like over 5 years ago. But we had repaired it, and once we repaired it, she actually came up to us and said, oh, I believe she said it was 4 inches, but if she says it was 5, that's fine. We spoke together, and her partner and I literally measured the distance and ensured that, it was gonna be fixed and repaired on our property line. So, her survey is outdated. Our survey is the most recent. We just got it done in August of 2024, and we had since moved it. It was 1 or 2 panels that were on her property line, and we moved them back.
Before the survey was done, your new survey.
No,
Yes, and then we in turn, got a new survey that had the existing ground pool and, everything that you see here.
Part of the amendment process, when we had to resubmit, we needed to show where the in-ground pool was for the board. So the updated one is from July of 2024. The previous survey was from August of 2023, which showed it beforehand.
All right, correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion? We're gonna reserve this case.
Okay.
Okay, well, you can contact the office in a couple of days and you'll know a little more. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get home safely.
good night.
Next is hearing holdover number 1, case 24-68, Joe Clappy.
Yeah, this one they didn't give us gonna be a problem.
Hi, good evening.
Raise your right hand, please.
I'm Joshua Lerner. I'm representing the Clabbies. We want to put a generator.
Can you raise your right hand, please?
Oh,
Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
yes, I do.
Okay, so now just state your name and address for the stenographer, please.
It's Joshua Lerner, 20 Walters Place, Great Neck, New York, 11023. We are we've come here to put in a generator. The property gives us 11.6 inches. We need 12, so we're about 5 inches shy. I have a few pictures over here that that you could see that's going to be fully covered. The property that it's going against is also owned by Mr. Clabby. You know, they own the adjacent property on the same side where the generator is going. His daughter is going to move into it right now. It's a vacant house.
So she won't object to it then, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, so we just come here because we're 5 inches shy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing holdover number 2, appeal number 24-374, Sheila O'Sullivan.
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand, please. Good evening. Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
Yes.
Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer, please.
Michael Biggin, 1 Stewart Avenue, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening. I'm here as an agent for Sheila O'Sullivan of 39 Lockwood Avenue, Farmingdale, New York, Section 48, Block 507, Lot 18. We're proposing a 6-foot-high fence on their front yard. And we are setting it back 8 foot to allow visibility for the back neighbor's driveway. That's it. Simple.
I have a lot of questions.
She has a lot of questions.
A lot of questions. So, getting late, so.
Okay, so this is all about the fence, and it's
Yes.
a proposed fence. There's a wooden fence there now?
Yes, a 4-foot-high wooden fence.
All right. Will the proposed fence, is that going to be in the same place as the wooden fence?
A little bit further, but it's going to be set back 8 foot from the property line
Okay.
to allow the,
So that brings me up to the pavers. Like, in other words, there's a wooden fence, then there's pavers, and then there's like a garden with rocks in it. and
Right.
A retaining wall that's about 2 or 3 feet high, like a brick stone.
yeah, that's at the natural grade.
It's
of the-
still 2 or 3 feet high from the sidewalk. Where is the fence going? That's my question. Is the
That's going to be
fence
set
gonna
back
be
8 foot from the property line. So that
8
will,
feet?
from the property line.
Okay.
Do we know how
far the Yes.
fence that is there now is set back from the property line? I think it's a little bit more than that.
Oh, yeah, it's set back. It's like almost in line with the house, right? A
Right,
little
well,
bit
it's further up,
closer.
like, it's like a gate and a small piece, like 6 feet maybe.
Okay, but it's at least,
But I'm allowing enough. The neighbor did speak with, the homeowner did speak with the back neighbor,
okay.
and they did show where the fence was going. They were comfortable with the location that we
So the
proposed.
people that are alongside them, let me just see. This is a corner house.
Correct.
Okay.
So
And-
your mark, I'm sorry.
What?
So your markup on here is where the new fence is? Correct.
Okay. It's just when you see that from the street and you see the pavers and that little retaining wall, I was like, well, where, is the fence gonna be on top of that, on top of the retaining wall? Like, there'll be the sidewalk, then the wall, and then keep those stones, will the
Yeah,
fence
then-
be?
I believe so, yes.
So how much further from the fence that's existing will the new fence be? To the street, like, in other words, it's coming,
Yeah.
sure.
How are you? You raise your right hand, please. Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
Yes.
Can you state your name and address for the stenographer?
Sheila O'Sullivan, 39 Lockwood Avenue, Farmingdale, New York, 11735. So basically, where the retaining wall is currently, the fence would sit back from that. In relation to the current existing wooden fence, it would be, how wide is the panel? 8 feet, so 8 feet more.
Okay.
8 feet closer, so it would not be on top of the retaining wall, it would still be set back, we would keep all of those rocks.
That.
It would basically just capture the tree that's currently there. So it's one panel, and we okayed it with our neighbors. We
Okay.
measured it and checked their visibility with their driveway.
Beautiful. That was my question.
Okay, perfect.
Good job, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Well, I live there, Mike, so.
What she said.
I get it, okay.
You good?
Yes, I'm good.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing, holdover number 3, case 24-413, Joseph Palmieri.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, raise your right hand, please. Do you promise to tell the truth through these proceedings?
I do.
Okay, state your name and address for the stenographer.
My name is Michael Carrata, and I'm from Emilio Sousa Architect PC, and that's at 25 South Service Road in Jericho, New York, 11753. So I'm before you this evening. We're seeking relief in lot coverage to exceed the maximum permitted of 25 square feet, 25% by 1.3%, or approximately 86 square feet, to allow the construction of a front and rear portico that will be over an existing stoops. There is no extension of footprint of these stoops, and we're just proposing to cover them with a one-story roof. This allows protection from the weather, and the southern exposure of the property is really weathering the owner's front door, and he's already had to replace it, so he's not trying to do that again. The other thing that we're seeking is relief in gross floor area that's triggered by the back portico. So again, pretty much anything you do to the house, being that we're now including the basement, would trigger an overage in the GFA. We're allowed for our lot size, 2,975 square feet, and we are proposing 3,536 square feet.
You
And
have a
I-
substandard lot here.
Yes, it is from the minimum of 7,000. We have 6,250. And then the last relief we were seeking was a side yard for an accessory structure, which is a barbecue island that has been there for almost 10 years now. It's about a 5-inch discrepancy from the required 3-foot required side setback. And again, these all in all, we believe these would be de minimis asks and are not unique and out of character for the neighborhood.
Any comments, questions?
None.
I'm not even gonna ask the audience. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Great, thank you for your time.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, you too.
We'll take a little 5-minute break.
It actually makes me thirsty.
Okay, good. Okay, then I have everything I have. We're good. Okay.
Get that gavel going.
Hmm?
Get that gavel going. What's that?
What is the name?
Turn the podium
Oh.
icon, so in case you want to shut someone down real quick.
Move that over here.
Actually, if we're being honest.
I love everybody, you know that.
I don't like that. Okay.
No, it irritates me that when people use the zoning board to fight with their neighbors, they don't like each other, and then they get a notice, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go and protest that, because I hate them. I don't like that.
All right. Okay.
I do it with my pen.
Do I call or you call?
No, I do it. What is this? My notes. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Hearing number one, appeal number 25-24. Who wants to move it?
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Flo and Kathy, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number two, appeal number 24-526. I'll move it.
Second.
Flo will second, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number four, appeal number 24-529. Neighbors are okay with this.
I'll move it.
Rebecca and Lisa, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number five, appeal number 24-538.
They have two letters of consent on this. I'll move it. Wait, this was, no, no, no.
This is the one with the problem.
Yes, 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 wait. Existing shed.
Isn't this the one who was standing up on the?
Yes.
Yeah, standing on the pool here.
I'll move
Deck
it.
was removed.
I'll move it. Anybody want to second it?
I'll second.
Kathy, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number six, appeal number 24-539.
This is.
Garage, yeah.
I'll move this one. This one.
Yeah.
Kathy
I'll
and
second.
Flo, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number seven, appeal number 24-522. The garage calculations are in this one, that's why the GFA is a little high.
They have four letters of consent.
All right, I'll move it.
Okay.
Rebecca?
Go.
No, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Rita and Rebecca, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number eight, appeal number 24-518.
This was fine.
Yep, you wanna move it?
Oh, sure.
I'll second.
Flo will second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number nine, appeal
Okay,
number,
hearing number 9.
What?
Hearing number 9. A couple of weeks ago, we were, with the sheds, 3 feet, and this is what, so this is 1.4 foot?
it's 1.5 feet, yeah.
Right. We need 3, so do we still not like the foot in between, or is it okay now?
When it's, I'll go 1.5 feet, but anything less than that, no.
It's 1.4.
No, it's 1.5 feet, almost,
No one complained.
right.
That to me is.
And you got the 6-foot
Yeah, no, no,
fence.
No, it's a good question, and I get it, because we need to be consistent. But that's my threshold right there, because when you put the fence, you put a shed right up against a fence, you have a mess back there.
Okay.
So, okay?
Yep.
I'll move it.
Second.
Flo will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Although Mr. Comerford's not gonna get in there. Hearing number 10,
It is
appeal
true,
number
though.
24-537.
I didn't hear that. Can only imagine.
Cellar entrance.
Yeah. I don't know about the cellar entrance.
Okay, so.
I didn't have so much of a problem with the cellar entrance. What
'Cause there's
concerns you about it?
Just that it's a cellar entrance.
It was on the interior
I think it
side, it
depends
wasn't on
on
the
the-
exterior side.
Yeah, when they put it on the side of the house, I have more of a problem
I mean, it
with
was on the side, but it was on the interior side, next
Right.
to the neighbor, not on the outside by the corner.
Right.
That was kind of my point, is who's gonna spend all this money improving their backyard with a pool and then have
A tenant come
coming
through.
in and
You're right,
renting
okay,
out?
good point.
You know, I wanna be reasonable about these things when we look at
I
them.
agree, and again, I think it depends on the neighborhood,
That
Yeah.
as well, and the neighbors didn't come and say, that there was any issue.
Anything shady, yeah.
And this is a brand-new house, too, right? He said he just
Yeah.
built it.
Who wants to move it?
I have a question. Do you
Oh,
want to
okay.
condition it on no bathroom in the basement?
Yep.
There you
Or
go.
Condition it on no bathroom in the basement. And then-
Okay, it's
No bathroom or a two-piece?
condition,
No bathroom.
Are we allowed to do that?
No, well, we could put three-piece.
Yeah.
No three-piece bathroom in basement. Yeah, because if you're gonna have a place for people to go,
change room
yeah.
and all that, yeah.
Perfect. I feel like that's a great compromise.
All
I'll
right.
happily move it.
So you move it, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-536. This was no problem. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 24-523. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. That's
4 letters of
That's
consent.
good, yep, I'll move it, okay. Kathy, you want to second it?
Yes.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 24-514. Maxwell
6
Smart.
inches Between friends, I'll move it.
Rebecca will
second.
move it, Lisa will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24-531. The shed,
Yeah,
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing,
This one, 16.
this is it, hearing number
That's what we're looking
16,
at right now, yeah.
appeal number 24-532. Let's just condition it to put some screening, to screen the neighbor from the east at 167 Split Rock Road.
Wait,
And the pool-
garage is nowhere near where that guy is.
No, the garage is in the front of the house and he's in the rear.
So what,
I mean,
what does he want screened?
I didn't quite understand that, literally.
I don't get
The
it either.
garage was here and he's here.
You can't even see the garage from
The
his.
garage is on the front
Strike it.
side of the
Stands on
house.
the roof.
Yeah, I didn't
Who
quite
wants to move
understand that either.
Mr. Schumacher said they would consider doing screening. They were gonna do the screening.
What do you
Schumacher
guys
agreed
think?
to it.
Well, I'm not gonna screen it if it's not, if it has no impact on that guy.
Yeah. I mean,
If he
for the most
already
part, the
agreed-
house was in between. I mean, it's a little catty corner. The garage was set a little bit this way, so I guess theoretically, you might see it past the guy's house. You may
Right.
see a portion of it.
But if Schumacher already agreed to put the screening up,
Rita doesn't have
just
to.
keep peace.
It can't hurt.
And he
Said
said,
he'd do it.
Schumacher said
No, I don't
yes.
care.
I know you
Honestly,
do.
just make a decision.
Okay,
Subject to screening.
okay. Good answer.
Granted, subject to screening.
I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 24-540. Shed, Circle Drive, okay.
Nothing crazy there.
So this is,
This is Scott Kahn's space. Right.
one-story
Yes.
addition.
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing, there's a
And
split.
you had the picture of the fence, there's no visibility problem. Right, there was nothing else? The
Nothing that
addition
jumped
is,
out, no.
it's 7.73 and where 8 is required. I mean, that's really de minimis.
Yep.
And the house was on an angle. It was an unusual setup.
Okay, I will move it. Anybody want
Rebecca will
to
move it,
second
I will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18, appeal number 24-527. This is on reserve.
Did it, just for
And
my, was this water always running off onto their property where they showed the dirt in the pictures? Or just
I
since
don't
they
think
did
so. Andrea, on this one, see if you can get Jim Whalen to go out and make a determination as to whether or not they have changed the grade of the property. That's really all I want to know. I'm not interested in their property line dispute. As far as this pool goes, I don't love it.
I would vote no on it today if we were going to vote. I just wanted to say it on the record in case. I really feel, the moment they said an 8-foot pool, everybody on this side of the dais was like, why on earth would anyone ever apply for an 8-foot?
I mean,
Not a
people
bit-
do
I've
lap
never
pools
seen-
now. I've seen that.
It was, I think, done in bad faith and then done this
People do
way
lap
under that, bed forgiveness argument. It's just my opinion. I don't,
It
the
was-
woman seemed very nice. I don't know, that it was done nefariously, but still.
Nefariously.
This is not what was granted. It's a huge difference.
I agree, and I'm not gonna, I feel the same way you do about it. I didn't like it. But for right now, let's keep it on reserve, to make a determination about the grading, because code compliance is involved in this, so let's get Jim Whalen over there, all right?
Okay.
What?
They right by the back.
No, they could do a drive.
Yeah.
We're up across the street, he could do a drive, well, he's 10 feet across.
I was wondering myself where they're gonna put it, because it's all, they have all the.
Aren't you
No,
required to
but
have some
if
kind
the
of
house
a-
is, if the house,
a drain
I know it
system
very
and a
well, I
built-in
grew up
pool?
right across the street, so
Aren't you
say,
su- 'cause
the
where are you
one
gonna
neighbor's
drain
in the
water?
corner there,
It's illegal
and
to
that house
drain
is
in the
here,
street or
pool is
on your
here,
own property.
I mean, I guess
think you're
here you could
supposed
do
to
the
have
drywall
your
to
own-
catch the
What I'm
runoff.
saying is, the water
I believe you do.
Yeah,
Look,
I mean,
whatever, they gotta-
yeah.
They do, but it's not legal.
Not me, I don't do it illegally.
Well, no,
Mine
but
goes in.
other people do.
You don't put it down the driveway?
No, never.
I hate it when you drive by and someone's doing
I know,
that.
it's so common.
Everybody
Don't put
does
them
it.
above ground, you know?
I wish I would've, believe me.
All right. that's-
So this
So
is
it's
gonna go on
reserved.
reserve.
What were you gonna say?
Thought better of that?
I was just gonna say, the original approval also said a vinyl pool, and they.
Oh, originally they asked for a vinyl?
Yeah, but they weren't home when that happened.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Cause I always
Yeah, it
go
does
away
say
when
vinyl.
someone's putting,
Zoning board.
doing construction on my house.
A
She said she
$30,000
saw them.
pool.
She said they were there.
What?
She said she saw them and that they
I
were
believe
home
her.
during that.
That didn't happen without them being there. All right, holdover number 1, appeal number 24-68, generator, I'm moving this.
Okay.
Second.
Lisa's, everybody wants this one. Lisa, second.
Lisa,
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 2, appeal number 24-374, Sheila O'Sullivan.
I will move it.
Kathy will move it.
I'll second.
And Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 3, appeal number 24-413. I'll move this.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes
And
have it,
that's a
so
wrap.
moved.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
What?
Parent-child.
Oh,
It's
geez.
gonna be Lisa and Kathy.
Of course, we did a great job.
They did such a good job.
I never get to do it.
Oh, Rebecca, I love your shoes. I got sparkly shoes, not on.
I'm not gonna be.
What, huh?
So, you know, it's up to you.
Oh, number 3.
Good night, everyone.
Joseph
Good night.
Palmer.
Drive safe.
Good night.
Holdover 3 is me and, I think it was Lisa. No, it was Rebecca.
Okay, and then,